And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Being chased out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And this is incomplete. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
A A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with the coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick. And not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Slow. Ready. 319. 319. Z.
On second down, here's Taylor. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Third and 2, now Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Now it's Connor. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Go.
Here's Foles. And Olsen over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And some strong running. Still going. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey?
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Terrell Basham coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Connor. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Long, it's Taylor. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Go.
Now Foles. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Connor. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
His throw incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
One.
Foles. He dumps it down to Ingram. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy. The way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Connor. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And that's the way to start a drive, and that's the way to continue a drive. Back-to-back, nice chunk plays. And if you're the offensive coordinator in your chess match with the defensive guy, you're thinking maybe you put him in a spot where he's got to load up against the run because that last one was a really nice play. What are you going to do now? Do you go ahead and play into it, continue to run the ball, play action, try and hit him over the top? You've got to feel like you have the advantage.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Go. Great.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. LaShawn McCoy, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Completes it right side to Dodson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to run it in, Kuhn. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
We go. Great.
They come out here in the eye. They'll go with the keeper. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Hey, goal. Sound goal.
They'll try and sneak it here. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Taylor on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Final play of the half. It's Taylor. Airing this one out for Evans. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a hit and Foles loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Slow. Z.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. And this is going to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So out come the Bucs now.
Receiver.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Taylor. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He spins free, and he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Buccaneers have it.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed.
Hey, goal. Down goal. Down goal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go, go, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Great.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep them clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. That'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Over the middle to Evans. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Slow.
On 3rd down. That's Counter trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
receiver. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Foles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for McCoy. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Foles. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They run with Connor. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Taylor. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs to make those. And a big loss here as he's taken down. William Hayes. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Great. Tempo.
Now Foles. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And now running right through it. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Go. Zebra. Aiden's goal.
Foles. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, go. Down goal. Down goal. 1-1-1. Go, go, go. 1-1-1-1. Let's go. Great.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's McCoy. And a short gain here down to the 22. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go. 380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
Give them a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Taylor to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Taylor. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it, and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, it looks like could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the left foot of Giorgio Tavecchio. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Pittsburgh, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh.